I don't care that much. But also, I will say though,
Lacey to the jungle.
I feel like Katy Perry.
Katy Perry has been glitching on stage.
I feel like she just doesn't care. She doesn't give a fuck about none of that. Like, brother, she did all that. She was at the peak of the career, whatever. She's done it all. What about it? Like, what else are you gonna do? She just doesn't give a shit about doing that. I think she's a mom now and whatnot. No.
Like a broken animatronic at Chuck E. Cheese. Her recent tour has showcased Katy Perry has been glitching on stage like a broken animatronic at Chuck E. Cheese. Her recent
But she's wearing massive fake lashes though. These stick all the time. Like what? I'm confused. Huh?
tour has showcased exceptional choreography,
well,
like
she has
fighting
fresh
an
lashes
air
on. It's just
conditioning
fucking
duct
sticky.
with a lightsaber. Her dancing is so bad that she has resorted to just merely running in circles, and I guess if you can call this twerking, then sure, that's what she's doing. And this seems like an extreme fall from grace from the candy-coated pop star that once ruled the entertainment industry. Katy Perry's music was once dominating every award show, every radio station, and every teenager's headphones. She was bold, confident, and rebellious, everything the 2010s told young women to be. But somewhere along the way, the persona started to crack. Her image in music was built on female self-expression, then fans found out that this was nothing more than a brand that was carefully crafted by a man, who, by the way, had some serious SA allegations from another beloved pop star. And Katy did not denounce him. She embraced him, which made fans wonder what she truly stands for. Today, you will realize that Katy Perry is not just simply being laughed at for a weak performance, her entire manufactured persona is being dismantled, because even from the very beginning, Perry did whatever she could to pander to the masses, starting with her going against her own religious values and
Okay. The internet has to be the cringiest place. Bro, why is everybody so cringe these days? Brother, this is everybody. It's the name of the game. It's the persona that, guys, the idea that, oh, guys, this person is authentic. So authentic, yay. Brother, please. Brother, everything is well crafted. What about it? You would be stupid not to. You would be stupid not to be well crafted. What about
hopes of getting a brief moment of universal fame.
So you don't like that? It's all like that though. It's all that though.
Selling your soul to the devil trope is a long-standing conspiracy in Hollywood, and many people see it as a weak and uninformed way to pass off criticism to a celebrity that you no longer like. But for Katy Perry, it's different. She literally started out as a gospel singer, then wholeheartedly admits she sold her soul to the devil when her career was not working out.
I swear I wanted to be like the Amy Grant of music. Yeah. But it didn't work out, and so I sold my soul to the devil.
Perry was raised in a traveling religious family by Pentecostal pastors, whose job was mainly to set up different churches across the United States.
So that's a joke,
and while the church didn't outright reject all modern songs, they obviously preferred the music that promoted Christian values, which encouraged Perry to get into performing gospel music. She said, "I was raised in a very pseudo-strict religious household where the only thing on the menu was gospel standards like Oh Happy Day, His Eye is on the Sparrow, and Amazing Grace, all 8 verses of it. So the new kids on the block are new to me now. They're not a comeback." I'm like, oh, this is a cool song. Perry dedicated all her free time to learning how to write songs and play guitar. She often traveled to Nashville where she recorded demos and got the attention of record labels. Noticing the promising young talent, Red Hill Records signed her and assisted in the release of her debut album at age 16. Now, gospel music's religious themes don't align with the broader secular messaging of mainstream pop culture, which limits its mass appeal. So Katy saw poor commercial success with her debut album, and the label shut down prematurely. From there, she had 2 options: stay true to her values and pursue a gospel career even though it would likely not result in money or fame, or go against her
no disrespect to anybody in chat that's religious or Christian or whatever, but I gotta be honest with you. A lot of these things were given to you as default as you grow up. You didn't choose to be religious. It was given to you, and things that you probably had to do. Your parents made you do whatever, right? It's not really giving up on your beliefs and your morals, whatever. Bro, it's just fucking moving on from something that you probably just didn't like in the first place. It's not the end of the world, buddy. Like,
values and do whatever it took to become a pop sensation. She chose the latter and moved to California, where she admits that it changed her. Katy successfully rebranded herself when she signed with Capitol Records and released I Kissed a Girl, a provocative pop anthem telling the story of a young woman who experiments with her sexuality. Katy was reasonably anxious about the song's release, not because she didn't think it would be a success, but because because this totally went against her religious values and she wasn't sure how this would affect her family life. After convincing her sister to break the news to her Pentecostal parents, the response wasn't entirely positive. They weren't mad, however, they were concerned that this was a sign that Perry was losing her way. On the Call Her Daddy podcast, Perry explained...
I think almost every artist that kind of like a one-person singer, girl or guy, or whatever, they rebel against what kind of held them back and what kind of pushed them down or like whatever. At least at one point, they'll have like a breakout. I'm going against like all that. It happens all the time. Whether it's through like drugs, talk of whatever, talk of it is what it is.
That she wasn't rejecting her parents' traditional values necessarily, but she was discovering that the world is a mixed bag, full of different cultures and beliefs that she had never explored. She said, I met different people and I'm like, oh, you're not a bad person. I grew up thinking you were this way. I was taught this way. So I saw more humanity. And then even traveling around the world once I had my success, I was like, whoa, these cultures believe in this, and this is how they work. Perry experienced that the world wasn't just black and white, that it's important to have an open mind and treat all backgrounds and ideologies with respect.
Oh, wow,
but this also revealed something interesting about the new pop artist. Perry's own values basically changed overnight.
Face tests of faith and through their own free will, decision, and thinking they choose religion or atheism.
Okay, so basically what you're saying is that this guy goes in the dono and says, oh, to the decision. Okay, so it's a decision to stay and do all that, but it's not a decision to not do it? Like, dude, just, come on, bruh. Like,
if she's able to change her worldview that fast, what's stopping her from changing whenever a new opportunity comes along that fits her needs? And shape-shifting her values would ultimately be the demise of her career. However, she was about to become an absolute sensation, and her so-called deal with the devil was about to pay off. Perry's first mainstream pop album, One of the Boys, placed a spotlight on her budding career, but Teenage Dream helped establish her as a dominant force in mainstream pop. The project produced a record-tying 5 #1 singles on the Billboard Hot 100, including California Girls, Teenage Dream, Firework, E.T., and Last Friday Night, making her the first woman in history to achieve that feat. Her sound seemed meticulously crafted for radio success,
one of the best albums
thanks
of all
in
time.
part to her team of talented writers and producers. At the same time, it still felt fresh and original. The album earned Perry 7 Grammy Awards.
Guys, we did album review last time. We look at every album and the density of hits. That album we looked at was a top 3, I think top 2, on one of the most dense of hits album of all time.
Award nominations, including Album of the Year, Best Pop Vocal Album, and Record of the Year. Teenage Dream did not just top the charts, it became the soundtrack of a whole generation's lives. Her music was being piped into county fairs, amusement parks, restaurants, and anywhere else you could think of. You couldn't walk outside or turn on the radio without hearing her latest hit.
It was piped.
Katy's face became as recognizable as her voice. She appeared at award shows, made guest appearances on Sesame Street, The Simpsons, and Saturday Night Live, and embarked on a world tour that earned $59.5 million globally, and all of this success was quickly making her a potential face for women empowerment. In fact, in 2012, Billboard named Perry as their Woman of the Year. She was celebrated as a girl boss, feminist icon simply for being a successful woman who embraced her sexuality on stage. Back then, feminism in pop culture didn't require deep political activism. Being confident, glamorous, and in control of your image was enough. By today's standards, this version of feminism is often seen as surface level, lacking the social awareness and advocacy now expected from public figures, which could be why her next album, Prism, contained a little more girl boss undertones, and in some respects, it paid off, showing her growth as an artist while still delivering the kind of catchy, accessible pop music that everyone came to adore. The lead single, Roar, debuted at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and sold millions of copies worldwide, becoming one of her best-selling singles of all time. Other tracks like Unconditionally and Dark Horse still delivered on people's expectations. These tracks weren't just...
Bro, still delivered? Bro, it didn't deliver. Bro, that bolstered through the... Brother.
It's like Unconditionally and Dark Horse.
$770 million? Bro, $4 billion, brother man. $4 billion.
Still delivered on people's expectations. These tracks weren't just popular, these tracks were inescapable, helping her launch her next big project, the Prismatic World Tour. The tour earned nearly quadruple its predecessor, with Mark Sutherland of Rolling Stone reacting to it positively, calling it loud, garish, camp, and never less than uproariously entertaining, and a show to damage retinas and blow minds. Despite attaining mainstream success just 5 years earlier, Katy Perry's catalog was respectable enough that she was invited to perform at the Super Bowl. Katy's halftime performance garnered 118.5 million viewers in the United States, becoming the most watched and highest rated show in Super Bowl history, surpassing Michael Jackson and Beyonce.
But no way it surpassed Kendrick Lamar, though. Dude, we're not gonna fall for this. Yo, Patrick Z, me and the boys and the gang, we're not gonna fall for this, and there's no way they did better than that.
Viewership was even higher than the game itself, which was viewed by an audience of 114.5 million. At the time, nobody could have imagined pop music without Katy Perry. However, her momentum began to slow a little bit with the release of Chained to the Rhythm, which many described as an awkward attempt at blending pop with political commentary. This was the first sign that Perry was on a different path now. Being appreciated solely for her work wasn't enough anymore. She wanted to be an activist, to become an idol for feminism in a postmodern age. But what she didn't realize is being the political pop star is a tall order to fulfill. And as social media became more popular, celebrities can't control.
What is this, chat?
Peekaboo, I just put them boogers on my chain. Peekaboo, had it rather scored 40 games. Peekaboo, I just button G's. Picking the booing, peekabooing. I get on their ass, somebody gotta do it, I'll make them all mad. Somebody gotta do it, couple old tripping, somebody gotta do it. That was E40 function, now kicking off our power hour. Kendrick Lamar. Mustard on the beat, ho, freak dope, bait dope, every other links dope. Man down, call an ambulance, he a deep dope. Man down, they not like us, they not like us, they not like us. Psych, you thought we was gonna play some Drake out here? You out your damn mind. Coming in hot for the next few hours, we got Kendrick Lamar. Mustard! Turn the TV off, 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 turn the TV off. They not like us, they not like us, they not like us.
Their narratives as much anymore. If you don't practice what you preach, you will be exposed, and that damage to your reputation might be too big to repair. Katy Perry spent a considerable amount of time assisting Hillary Clinton on the 2016 presidential campaign trail. She performed at the DNC, made multiple public appearances alongside Clinton, and encouraged her fans to elect the first female president.
I admire so many things about Hilly C. And I agree with many of her informed, educated policies. I think Hillary recognizes all of our voices, and she hears us, she sees us, and she knows that we're stronger together.
Unsurprisingly, her music delved deeper into these political undertones, like these lyrics in Chained to the Rhythm. Are we crazy, living our lives through a lens?
They fumbled the bag so hard. Yeah, bro, I wouldn't be surprised if that shit was intentional at this point. Bro, how do they fumble that bad?
Trapped in our white picket fence, like ornaments, so comfortable, we're living in a bubble, so comfortable we cannot see the trouble, suggesting that many people are content living in ignorance, shielded from the consequences of political and social issues. The song criticizes how society chooses to distract itself, using entertainment and media to numb or avoid uncomfortable truths. The idea being a metaphor for how people unknowingly submit to systems that keep them from engaging with reality. Already, this is too much explanation for a Katy Perry song, and perfectly demonstrates why casual listeners were shocked and confused. The beauty of Katy Perry's music was its ability to distract people from their everyday lives, not talk about the economic and political state of the world. Katy struggled to present herself as socially conscious to her broader audience without seeming out of touch or opportunistic, especially considering her follow-up singles like Bon Appetit and Swish Swish were rather shallow. According to Cosmopolitan magazine,
shallow, but I mean, this is still kind of a hit though. 1.3B.
Bon Appetit and Swish
1.3B, 700 M's.
Swish were rather shallow. According to Cosmopolitan magazine, Bon Appetit was one big metaphor for while Swish Swish was the requisite Taylor Swift diss track. But her transformation was truly realized with her shaving her head. Throughout her entire career, Katy Perry sported a classic American pinup girl aesthetic, which is often criticized as a fantasy catered to male desire or the male gaze. Her buzz cut was a sharp rejection of that image. It aligned with a more modern version of femininity, one that values self-definition over male approval. And this was all a part of her.
Yeah, but something can be both, right? Male approval and good and nice, and you can still keep the nice without being for the guys and for the whatever. And you don't have to. It doesn't have to cave into those systems. It could just be nice hair. How is that? Why does it be some male construct? Like, it could just be nice hair.
2017 album rollout, Witness, which was her lowest performing album commercially and critically agreed upon as being her worst album to date. Perry was now completely concerned. If she was too progressive, she pushed away her larger audience. If she tried going back to her roots, it would also seem outdated and out of touch. It was kind of a damned if she does, damned if she doesn't situation.
Then just do some heartbreak shit. A guy cheated on me, I'm gonna cheat on him, fuck him, but just do Taylor Swift shit. It's not hard.
However, the real reason Katy Perry
Taylor
was
Swift been
having
doing this
such
shit
a
for fucking
difficult
25
time
years.
understanding
It's
her
still
fan
popping.
base is because, well, her best music didn't exactly come from her heart. That credit belongs to her problematic producer and songwriter Dr. Luke, who is responsible for creating the Katy Perry that fans fell in love with. Katy's Witness album was missing contributions from Dr. Luke, which is likely why fans didn't connect with it as much. In the past, the producer played a significant role in shaping Perry's career, co-writing and producing I Kissed a Girl and Hot and Cold, two of her breakout singles from One of the Boys. The catchy songwriting and strong pop production saved the dying career of a failed gospel artist. History repeated itself when the pair collaborated on Teenage Dream, where Dr. Luke was responsible for writing and producing California Girls, E.T., Last Friday Night, and The One That Got Away. On Prism, Dr. Luke is credited on almost every song, from pop anthems like Roar and This Is How We Do, to power ballads and hip-hop infused tracks like Unconditionally and Dark Horse. It wouldn't be a stretch to credit Dr. Luke with Katy Perry's success. I'm not saying she isn't capable of writing her own music, but there is a clear trend between her biggest records and Luke. Although she was the voice.
It's also about consistency. If the guy has a vision, whatever the fuck he did, fuck that guy for all that. But if the guy had a vision and it worked then, and then it worked now, and it worked later on, and it keeps working, of course, anything different is going to be some form of fallout. It'd be insane to have a new person or somebody else and then do even better. That'd be crazy. That would be... Dude,
on every track and barred the aesthetic that the fans loved, Dr. Luke wrote the key lyrics that the listeners connected with. His vision for each song, deciding what story would be told, and what kind of emotion the listener should feel led to a record-breaking career for Katy Perry. However, Dr. Luke was facing serious allegations of SA from another pop star, Kesha, and Katy Perry's attempt at a balanced or neutral response was seriously destructive. In 2014, Dr. Luke gained widespread media attention after Kesha filed a lawsuit against him. She accused Dr. Luke of physical and emotional abuse over the course of several years, starting when she was just 18 years old. Kesha also sought to be released from her recording contract with Kimosabe Records.
Yo, what sucks a lot, except for just the facts and these things, is that she was on a generational run. Brother, I don't think people remember. Katy Perry, yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. She was on a run back then. She was kind of rolling hard, but the TikTok on the clock shit, it was on a run that we hadn't seen before. It was gonna be like, it was like rocket ship.
Her legal team argued that her contract with Dr. Luke's label was oppressive and that being forced to work with her alleged abuser was causing irreparable harm to her career and well-being. The case gained significant public support for Kesha, with many fans, fellow artists, and advocacy groups rallying behind her under the hashtag #FreeKesha. Although Dr. Luke denied all allegations and filed a defamation lawsuit against Kesha, the court of public opinion had already come to a guilty verdict. Any artist collaborating with the disgraced songwriter became public enemy number 1. Katy tried to stay radio silent on the matter, but in late 2017, she was subpoenaed to provide a deposition in Kesha's lawsuit against Dr. Luke. In the deposition, Perry explicitly denied ever being R-worded, drugged, or assaulted by Dr. Luke. She went on to explain why she never said anything publicly. "I want to stay out of it because I know them both, and I empathize with both of them, and obviously it's a horrible situation for both of them. And the only two people that know what really went on are those two people." She also expressed feeling pressured to support Kesha because she personally knew both people involved. People were generally...
That makes no sense at all. Dude, it's crazy how people say these things like it's common day, whatever, right? When it's like, bro, because this isn't making any sense. This is crazy. This is nuts. Yeah.
very angry at me for not saying anything. She said she was annoyed with both of them.
I don't agree with it. Feeling pressure to support somebody, even though you know what's up, is kind of like it should kind of be a no-brainer.
People were generally very angry at me for not saying anything. She said she was annoyed with both of them, and she decided to stop working with Dr. Luke because she didn't want to seem like she was picking a side. And while Perry thought she was playing it safe, both fans and critics saw cowardice. She had now spent years fighting for progressive ideals and trying to become a leading voice that empowers women, only to be seen as a hypocrite for not unapologetically calling out and...
So she didn't believe it, is what you're saying. So is that she didn't believe it. She didn't believe that somebody who was at the height of her career, who was going crazy, who was going absolutely wild, massive hits, whatever, was doing that for what? For clout? Like for whatever? Could have... You can be pseudo-neutral, okay, and still kind of have a stance. You don't have to stay silent and just do nothing. You can still be... like,
alleged assailant. As if it couldn't get any worse for her, she exhibited behavior on national television that many interpreted as predatory. In 2018, 19-year-old Benjamin Glaze auditioned for American Idol in hopes of pursuing a music career. After mentioning how his job at an electronics store gave him access to...
You can say, guys, this case, I'm aware it's happening. I don't know what's up. I wasn't there. I don't know about it. I've never been across any of this information or whatever. I have no stance because I don't know. I'll let the court play it out. That's it. Did she say that at the time? Because they said that she remained silent. I think that's kind of, bruh. See what she did? Okay, base it then. If she did that, if she said that from the go, you know what? Base it.
Cute girls, Judge Luke Bryan asked Benjamin if he had ever kissed a girl and liked it, a reference to Katy Perry's song, I Kissed a Girl. The flustered teenager innocently said no, revealing how he'd never been in a relationship. A stunned Katy Perry instantly demanded Benjamin to come here right now and kiss her on the cheek. After she deemed the first kiss was not satisfying enough, she instructed him to kiss her again, but turned around at the last second and kissed him on the lips. The judges then high-fived one another, seemingly proud that their co-star deceived a barely legal teen. There was an immense amount of...
Oh, not this again. Oh, not this again. Okay, this is absolutely wrong. There's nothing good about... Fuck all this. Okay, this is just fucking weird. It's also a reverse role situations where if a guy does that, it's jail time. Whatever. I disagree with all of it, right? But I still don't agree with the fucking language. Barely legal. I don't like it. I've never liked it. I think it's lame. I think it's stupid.
Backlash. Sorry. And many people...
I think bare legal is some fucking bullshit term. Either you're an age where you're legal or you're fucking not. It's not some fucking gray area of like, guys, I'm legal, but like I'm kind of a fresh start over here. So there's age brackets. And like, oh man, just stop. You're a bystander, dude.
Like, first, this would be an entirely different situation. However, Benjamin defended Perry, stating that although he was uncomfortable because he wanted his first kiss to be special, he was not complaining about the kiss at all. But don't spend any energy feeling bad for Benjamin. After all, he was recently arrested for having over 700 images and videos.
Whoa! What just happened?
Benjamin defended Perry, stating that although he was uncomfortable because he wanted his first kiss to be special, he was not complaining about the kiss at all. But don't spend any energy feeling bad for Benjamin. After all, he was recently arrested for having over 700 images and videos of CP. And while people could have marked this situation as a one-off incident, Perry's interaction with Benjamin caused a video to resurface from 2012 where a 28-year-old Perry groped an 18-year-old Justin Bieber, further showcasing a pattern of creepiness from the singer towards younger boys. However, nobody ever complained about Perry's behavior since teenage boys are expected to enjoy attention from older women. And this all revealed another possible layer in Perry's character.
Chat, and the world hasn't changed, and it's not changing, and it is what it is. I mean, yeah, I mean, I am mauled about it. Some people mauled about it. It is what it is. Bro, I saw some 100,000 likes, yeah, like a couple days ago. Twitter, 100K likes off of this, like, rapist lady or some shit arrested or whatever with one of her students. Oh, I wish it was me. I wish it was me. Dude, where was she when I was in elementary school? Like, what the fuck? What the fuck is that? Oh man, I can't.
Separating who she claimed to be and who she actually was. Even longtime fans at this point started to be increasingly skeptical, feeling like she was just another part of the evil Hollywood machine. But it was just going to keep getting worse for Perry. Without the help of the experts to improve her work, her music was in serious trouble. After suffering the first huge series of losses in her career, Perry attempted to course correct with Smile, where she withdrew from political activism and reflected more on her personal struggles. Despite diving into a new territory and embracing a retro pop aesthetic, the project didn't match the boldness, originality, or self-determination of her earlier hits, where Witness failed by trying to—
I'm gonna say how it is. Most of her songs, nobody knew what the fuck the lyrics even meant, okay? Listen, there was a lot of metaphors, but if the song is catchy, shit is bumpy, we don't give a fuck. You kissed a girl, you kissed the wall, you fucking, I don't give a fuck what you did. It's a banger. It's popping. I couldn't give a fuck what the fuck kind of chapstick you got. I'm not even listening to that. I'm listening to a banger.
Too hard to be meaningful, Smile failed by not trying hard enough to be impactful. And because of that, it was another decrease in commercial performance and yet again perceived as her worst album to date.
I feel pretty confident in saying that this is Katy Perry's weakest album to date.
After Smile was described as dull and unadventurous, she seemingly took a step back from music, only releasing a couple of singles and remaining relatively out of the spotlight. And with the early 2020s seeing a plethora of other pop stars to choose from, such as Dua Lipa, Tate McRae, Tyla, Olivia Rodrigo, Charlie XCX, Chappell Roan, Sabrina Carpenter, pop music fans just don't need Katy Perry anymore. And while it might—
Me and the boys don't listen to none of that. If it's not espresso, we're not listening, and if not, we'll listen to Katy Perry's old bangers. That's me in the squad. I don't know what you guys do these days. That's me in the squad.
Stung to go out
and
on
a bit
a
of Charlie
massive
here and there,
L after
but
Smile, she would have still been considered an undisputed pop legend. But instead, she's making the mistake of trying to compete with the incredible wave of emerging pop stars. And sadly, she's just embarrassing herself. After announcing her exit from the American Idol judges panel, Katy reconnected with these same producers who crafted Teenage Dream, in hopes that lightning could strike twice. The team included Max Martin, Stargate, and controversially, Dr. Luke. These men were tasked with helping breathe—
Chad, this is a classic switcheroo. Listen, Chad.
Martin, Stargate, and
how many times have we seen this? The guy does some fucky shit, right? Guy says, "Yo, guys, we're done with this guy. We don't do this shit. Fuck him." Guy goes out the back door, okay? Swaps a little bit. Lets shit cool down. Guys, we need to get a hit. We need to get the shit back on track. Yo, guys, come on, man. Hey, guy comes. Pulls back, boom, back into the lab, back in it again. It's the thing. It happens in all the industries. It's inevitable.
These men were tasked with helping breathe new life into her dying career as they attempted to recreate the magic of an album that came out nearly 2 decades ago. Perry's upcoming album, 143, was described as super high energy and filled with pop and dance pop hits that remind people why Katy Perry is one of the highest selling artists of all time. However, the release of this album's lead single, Woman's World, caused—
What the fuck is that?
Smiles to fade as Perry's attempt— Woman's World caused smiles to fade as Perry's attempt to deliver a feminist anthem fell short. Perry's take on feminism in 2024 was wildly outdated. It was as if a group of men came up with the idea of what a feminist anthem should look and sound like. that's exactly what happened.
Girl boss! You can do it. You go, girl! You were born to shine. And with this set, it's like, ooh, we're not about the male gaze, but we really are about the male gaze. And we're really overplaying it and on the nose because I'm about to get smashed, which is like a reset, and a reset for my idea of feminine divine.
Laura Snapes of The Guardian gave Woman's World 1 star out of 5, describing it as garbage. Pitchfork called the track unfathomably tepid, while criticizing the hypocrisy of Dr. Luke's involvement. Many people echoed unfathomably tepid, while criticizing the hypocrisy of Dr. Luke's involvement. Many people echoed this exact criticism, wondering how Perry could produce a song suggesting she stood beside all women while in the studio.
Well, I don't know where the lawsuit ended and how that played out, so I'm not gonna make
with a man accused of using his power as a man in the industry to take advantage of a young female artist. 143 absolutely bombed commercially and had 2 other singles that many are not even aware of because they didn't chart. The project as a whole received overwhelmingly negative reviews, largely due to outdated production and uninspired songwriting. It was so bad that critics speculated whether artificial intelligence was used in the process of making the album.
The entire rollout has been mystifying and perplexing to me. In interviews, she's just completely skipping over the fact that everybody hated Woman's World and that everybody's mad at her for working with Dr. Luke. She couldn't even intelligently defend herself with that one. She said, I just wanted to, so I did, and I don't think it's a big deal. Huge miscalculation, and look what it led to, karma. Karma has come.
No, it's not karma. No, it's none of that whatever you're saying, dude. The song is just fucking bad. I hate when people over fucking complicate a song not doing fucking good. The song is shit. That's it. If she made a song with the devil, if we agreed, the devil spawned in the real devil, right? And she made a song with the devil, if it was a banger, they would be blasting the song on every stereo, on the radio, on TV. Nobody cares. If the song hits, people listen. Don't analyze it as like, yo, dude, this is karma for the miscalculation of the, yo, shut up, bum. Shit, it just sucked. It is what it is.
To collect its return.
And while literally nobody was falling for this idea that Katy Perry was the leader of the feminist movement, she was still trying to stick to the female empowerment message that she had failed to execute for years and years. And
no, it's not a bad thing. You wanna know why? You wanna know it's not a bad thing? Because people listen to a lot of Chris Brown, and now here comes all the haters. Here comes all the people, and now here comes everybody that's gonna at me. He's gonna say, oh no, you can't say that. No, I'm saying that's what it is. Here's the proof that I'm right. Chris Brown, bro, the sheet of all his legal shit is a fucking brother. There's a Wikipedia. There's an entire Wikipedia encyclopedia for it. Yeah. There's Chris Brown and Chris Brown legal shit. It's fucking 20 pages long. Okay, literally. And people blast that shit. If he makes a song and it's a hit, people listen. I don't even care about Chris Brown. I'm not trying to go at him. I don't give a fuck. But Chris Brown can do whatever the fuck he wants. If it's a song, cool, whatever. I'm just saying, don't act like people don't listen to shit that they think is unethical or sourced from bad or they work with a bad person. Bro, even when the main guy is perceived as, let's be honest, did some bad things, they'll still listen. Fuck off.
Years, but she once again tried by promoting a Blue Origin space launch program organized by owner and CEO Jeff Bezos and his team of engineers. The idea was to show a team of modern women who played a role in a new mode of space travel.
One by one, they ring a bell. Gail.
King Von's different. This is like some like straight gang shit. So
the all-woman crew joined hands in prayer. Then it's time to climb into the capsule.
And immediately, nobody was falling for this marketing stunt. From the ceremonial bell ringing to how the group started calling themselves astronauts, the optics were terrible, and fans didn't hold back. They aren't crew, they aren't astronauts, they're rich chicks who paid a hefty sum to subsidize Blue Origin. The first all-female spaceflight was Valentina Tereshkova in 1963. Don't let them erase our history for cringe billionaire PR. The supposed first all-female astronaut team was like living satire to the average person. They were only in space for a few minutes, and while they were there, none of them were controlling the machinery to...
If you go in space, you're an astronaut. That's about it. That's what I say. I don't give a fuck about the movement or some shit. If they put you on a fucking thing, they train you to go on a space flight, you're an astronaut. What about it? What about it? What do you mean it matters? You think they weren't trained, bro? There's at least, bro. There's a lot of training behind this bullshit that they did. 100%. You think they just went there and they went AFK? Yeah, they cannot win AFK, but there's still some procedures and shit. There's still some form of training. You act like there's no training, bro. Like they have fucking mega ultra waivers, legal shit, fucking mega yeah, they do. Let's take a look. Astronaut definition. Okay, little buddy. Astronaut. Person trained, equipped, and deployed by a human space flight program to serve as a commander or crew member of a spacecraft. That's it. You don't have to be fucking Lance Armstrong or who the fuck fucking Buzz Lightyear. I don't fucking know, dude. You don't have to be none of that shit to be an astronaut. You can still motherfucking be an astronaut. Like, that's it. If you just all you have to do is go in space. Like, what? How are they not part of the crew? They literally are. They are literally part of the crew. Who is to travel beyond Earth's atmosphere? Yes. Yes. Even for a brief moment, they're astronauts. Like, what the fuck? Yo, they called the dogs that they sent in space astronauts. At least call the women that went to space astronauts. Okay? It's not a dog, but it's still a human. If you called one, call them both. Yeah, I said, that's what I say. That's what I say. That's what I say.
Make this possible. It also didn't help that Katy Perry spent most of her time promoting her upcoming tour instead of experiencing a miracle of modern engineering in the moment. This is beyond tone deaf. I went on a Carnival cruise the other day. I am now an explorer. Even comedians like Tim Dillon couldn't help but make fun of the obvious publicity stunt, pointing out that Perry and the other women involved didn't seem to understand that making this news was the worst possible decision.
And singing Imagine, but we're all here. These people.
So, you good? No. Jeez, man. That's my brother. You looking for the scissors? Yeah, yo, I was about to fucking pull a. Yeah, I was about to fucking pull a Hassan in this bitch. Holy! Get out. Toy gun.
People should have just quietly done this. How cool, because by the way, no one would hate you. You would have went to space, it would have been fun, and then no one would have hated you. Everyone hates you now.
That's it, Jack. He's thinking too far into it then. He's thinking way too far into it. That's crazy.
Your mouth shut about a cool, rich thing you did, while the economy, by the way, the economy.
Oh my God, this guy.
I mean, I don't know how else to say it.
And as if Katy...
Oh, I almost chat, guys. I thought I would limit test the extent of TOS because all I'm saying is that nobody gives a fuck about any TOS shit until I do it. So, I mean, just try to test it, fucking see what happens, right? Because Sam does it, now they have it, and then they'll say after the fact, right? If something happens, they'll say, yo, dude, he was gonna get banned, it's just that he didn't get the email yet. Or his paid vacation wasn't properly timed, you didn't know about it. So this is a classic. That's a classic. I mean, it's the most classic of all time. I had to test it out.
Perry's public relations couldn't get any worse. She embarked on her Lifetimes tour, which has become an absolute disaster, with footage from the tour showing Perry performing mostly low-effort, cringeworthy choreography that doesn't match the same aesthetic advertised on the album. Onlookers like Joe Vito commented on Perry's...
Yeah, let me show you. I think it's Nick's. Hold on. Fucking fake. I think it's airsoft. Look. It's actual airsoft. See? I think it's nice though. I think it's actually nice though. No. Like, it's like a nice. I fucking pulled the thing on it. What did you actually think? Ugh. Not a replica, it's a fucking airsoft.
Unimpressive middle school musical level choreography, and said that Perry's tour didn't hold a candle to pop artists like Lady Gaga and Taylor Swift. Perry seems to be going through some sort of celebrity mid.
What's up? Oh, merci. Go cheese.
Life crisis. Now at 40 years old, she is aggressively twerking on stage, falling into splits in hopes of recapturing her youth.
Yeah, but what is that though?
Falling into splits in hopes of recapturing her youth. She kind
of... Well, I don't want to chat. This is kind of weird to do, but... Fuck. I had to do the friend by friend thing. Yeah, this is a little bit... This is
she kind of just looks lost up there.
It's a little much. It's a little much. I'm not gonna lie.
That she looks absolutely confused on stage, just doing literally anything to make a spectacle because being a jester is the last chance she has at remaining relevant. Now, if this were an isolated incident, people would probably laugh and move on. But night after night, Katy's tour performances keep getting worse, and she's figured out a way to turn herself into a joke consistently in the past year. She's become the kind of person that many just love to hate, and for a pop star, this is the kind of trap that is nearly impossible to escape. Katy Perry's story is a classic case of stand for nothing and
yo, she has money, she has fame. They were like, yo, we want to go to space out of some whatever. Yo, even if it was political or some shit, I don't give a fuck. If I'm rich and famous and I got nothing better to do and I'm getting old, you know what, I'll go to space. I go to fucking space. I don't give a shit. Even if it's for like some fucking political movement, I don't give a shit, dude. This can be for the fucking rights of garbage cans or fucking whatever. I don't care. I'm going to space, buddy.
He'll fall for anything. It may seem like she's being overly criticized for some silly dance moves and taking a 5-minute trip to space, but this is because of her long history of political pandering, virtue signaling, and not standing for those morals that she claimed to have. Nobody actually knows who Katy Perry is supposed to be, and the most interesting part about all of this is that if her new music was good, most people wouldn't care about all the drama. Unfortunately, she seems to have lost her touch in the studio, or lost her resources, and with other great pop stars dominating today, it's hard to see what value Katy Perry brings to pop music in 2025. The spotlight didn't leave her, she just stopped shining in it.
Well, Katy, didn't she have children? Did she not? Like, she's a mom down, no? Yeah, exactly. Like, guys, some people's priorities shift drastically when they have children. It happens all the time. Like, it's not crazy to think, yo, she was at the heights of everything, right? There's a new generation of people that do this shit. She got a child. She probably just doesn't care as much. Like, she did this tour because what? It's more money. She still probably craves the spotlight. She probably still craves the attention and feeling relevant, part of something, right? She goes and does it. Same thing with the fucking space thing. Plus, it's a good experience. Like, who cares? I don't give a shit. Like, people always say fall off this, fall off that. They never talk about everybody else that, like, let's be honest, release a couple things, they know it's not popping, and then they quit it. Like, come on, bro. If you're gonna quit, one tap it. That's it. Just one tap it. Otherwise, You're in the same category as her. Don't act like you're better. Anybody that doesn't quit instantly is in the same bucket as her. There's no gray area. It is all the same. Like, come on, bro. Says me, bro, I am streaming. Buddy, yo, Guppy. I am live digital media. Fucking bitch. I made this shit. I own this shit. I was there when you didn't even know this existed. I was crafting. I was going in the interwebs making these systems in place. Like, bruh, are you kidding me? Before we even knew what a Ronaldo, what a Lacey is, whatever the fuck they listen to these days. Okay, I have been fucking 4 times fucking rank uno. People say rank dos, whatever the fuck, because of the mother-sucking critical role, okay, on the sub count. Who cares about sub count, okay? Nobody cares about sub count. All the homies care about fucking watch hour. Busta, watch hour. I own this fucking racket. I own this shit. Fuck! Nobody's paying respect on my name these days, man. Making me fucking cry. It's crazy. No respect, man.